Okay, folks, it's time to elevate your Power BI reports to the next level. We'll be using Power Automate to make some orders from a Power BI table. So let's get started. You'll see that I have a Power BI report here. And what I want to do is I want to have the user or the customer select any one of these items in the table. And we're going to create a button that allows them to send this data that they selected into a SharePoint list. So the first thing we need to do is the report must be in a workspace. So I'm going to go to publish the report. I'm going to give it a name. Let's call it car equipment. It's going to publish it to my workspace. All right, so now this report has been published to my workspace. So we are ready to export this information. Before we do that, we need to make sure that our DAX query view is turned on. You see currently we're in the report view. We have the table view, which is this. We have the model view, which is this. And we have our DAX query view. The DAX query view is turned on. Now, if it isn't turned on for you, you can go to File, you can go to Options and Settings, Options, and for me, it's in the Preview section. Just turn on where it says Write DAX Queries with Copilot. So make sure that's turned on and you'll get access to the DAX query view. All right, so now I'm going to show you how you can use the performance analyzer, because we need to get the DAX query out of this. So I'm going to go to the Optimize menu, Performance Analyzer. I'm going to press Start Recording. And then I'm going to press Refresh Visuals. You'll see that I have a table. That's this table right here. It's the only visual. I'm going to click the plus sign. And then I'm going to select Run in DAX Query View. When I do that, it takes me directly into DAX Query View with this query. And it's already been ran at the bottom. You see the results. This is the results of our table. You see it right here, it says results 1 of 1. So when we export it, it will look just like this. So I'm going to simply copy the query from the top Control C to copy. Let's go back to report view. Now we're ready to create a Power Automate flow. Because we have our DAX query, we can close this so we have more room. All right, so now let's go to look for the, here it is, the Power Automate visual inside of Power BI. I'm going to press it. And I'm going to click the three dots at the top and go to edit. It's going to take us into a flow that we can create in Power Automate. I'm going to go to new and select instant cloud flow to create a new flow. Now you'll see that it has a Power BI button click. So this is a Power BI trigger for the Power Automate visual. All right, so remember we are trying to get the information from the Power BI table and we have it in our workspace. So I'm going to type in Power BI and I'm looking for the action that says run a query against a data set. I'll select that. It's asking me for my workspace. So I'm going to choose my workspace from the dropdown. The data set is called car equipment. That was the name of our file. And the query text is from our DAX query. So I can just paste it because it's still on my clipboard. There it is. It's really that easy. So now, if I want to export this to, let's say, a Excel workbook, I can go to New Step, type in CSV, go to Create a CSV table. I'm going to select in Dynamic Content, the first table rows. Now that I have it in a CSV table, I want to email that as an attachment. So I'm going to type in Outlook. Select Send an Email. The two, I'm going to send it to my student email. Let's call it car equipment. Body, same name, car equipment. Let's click on Show Advanced Options. The content is going to be the output from the CSV table. So I click that, it's over here. The name is we can call it, I'll just call it car equipment again. .csv. I'm going to give the flow a name, call it car equipment flow. Save it. Let's go back. We're going to select apply. So the flow has been applied to the button. Let's go back to the report. And now we have a button for our Power Automate visual. I'm just going to change the button text so it says order. And I'm going to change the text size to, let's say, 15. All right, so now we're ready to test it. I'm going to publish this again. So we'll have our button. All right, since we're still in Power BI Desktop, we need to press and hold the Control key and then press the button. Says it's triggering. And it triggered. We didn't get an error. So now we need to go to an email to see if we get the information. So we go. All right, so here I'm in my email. It says car equipment. Preview it. You'll see that it exported the equipment information from our Power BI report successfully into an Excel spreadsheet right here. Let me go back to Power BI. All right. So let's see how we can send this information to SharePoint. So I'm going to go back. We need to create a test site. We have a test site. We need to create a new list. I'm going to call this car equipment. I need to get the columns from Power BI. So we have part number, part name, manufacturer. I don't like to rename the title column. I'll just leave that. So part name. I also don't like spaces in the columns. Manufacturer. Category, price, and stock quantity. So price is a currency. Quantity is a number. Make sure I have all the columns. So we're going to put part number. I'll just create another column for part number. Part number, part name, manufacturer, category, price, and quantity. All right, so we have our SharePoint list created. Let's go back to Power BI. Okay, so now what we need to do is edit our flow. So I'm going to go to edit. And it's not in here. Okay. I've seen this happen before. So what we need to do is we'll just recreate it. We go back to Performance Analyzer. Copy the query. Let's just Remove this one. Start again. So this time we're going to export the data into a SharePoint list. Create a new flow. Type in Power BI. We're looking for the one that says run a query against a data set. Query text right here. All right, so this time we are going to select SharePoint. Actually, let me see. Let me think. No, we could still create a CSV table. Because we need to get it in JSON format. That's really the whole purpose of this CSV table. All right, so I have it in CSV. We need to run this so I can get the results from here. I'm just going to call it my flow. Save. Save and apply. We're going to run it. So once it's finished, we're going to take the outputs from our CSV table and parse it into JSON format. Let's see where we're at. All right, the flow ran successfully. So if I go into here, and I go right here, I need to copy this. See, this is in JSON format. So make sure I have everything copied. Press Control C to copy it to my clipboard. And go to Edit. Go to New Step. Type in Parse. Select Parse JSON. The content is going to be the output from the CSV table. Now, I need to create a sample. So the sample, I'm going to press Generate from Sample, and then I'm going to paste in the sample. from the CSV table. Hit done, and it generates our schema. Now we just need to make sure that, so here, price is integer. All these ones that say integer, change it to number. Change integer to number. All right, the rest is string, that's good. So now we are ready to insert this parse JSON into our SharePoint list. So I'm gonna go to SharePoint. And the one we're looking for is create item. All right, the site address, I'm going to select the test site. The list name was called car equipment. Now, if we go to show advanced options, you'll see that these are our columns that we created in SharePoint. So we can just simply map the column names in SharePoint to our columns in parse JSON. So we have part number. I'm going to select part number here. I know it's going to throw us in this apply to each. That's fine. Part number is here. Part name is part name. Manufacturer, manufacturer. I misspelled category, but okay. Category, category. Price, price. Quantity, stock quantity. All right. So we have everything that we need. I'm going to press save and apply. Go back, apply. This flow's been applied to the button. I'm going to go back to the report. Here's our button. Now, remember, this is going to export the entire table. There's no filters on here. So I'm going to press the control key. It's triggering. All right, so now we're ready to see the results in SharePoint. We're back in SharePoint. I'm going to press refresh. Maybe it's not done yet. So we'll give it a second. Not sure what's going on, but it should have placed the information in here.